What if there were a single message, a verse so profound it could completely reshape your life? I know that may sound dramatic, but hear me out. Stick with me for just a moment. This isn't just another piece of advice. This verse has already transformed countless lives worldwide, and I truly believe it can change yours too. But don't just take my word for it. Try it out for yourself. You're not here by coincidence. There's a reason you're watching this video right now. Today, I'm about to share one of the most life-altering, powerful verses in the Bible. Once you truly understand its meaning, there's a good chance you'll see a significant shift in your life. Are you ready to tap into that kind of power? Let's dive in. Throughout history, we've been blessed with the wisdom of extraordinary teachers, individuals who transcended ordinary understanding, to show us a higher path. They came not just to teach us how to live better lives, but to demonstrate how we can actively shape our own reality. These figures helped us break free from the chains of fate and fortune, empowering us to stop being mere passengers in our lives and take control. However, when I speak to people unfamiliar with these principles, I often encounter feelings of fear, confusion, and the sense of being at the mercy of external forces, feeling like life is happening to them with no control over where it's heading. It's as if they're a small cork caught in a raging storm, tossed about by the waves, unsure of their direction. And really, who wouldn't want a guidebook for life? A roadmap that shows how life works, how to manifest success, health, happiness, and prosperity. Wouldn't that be amazing? If you're nodding, leave a comment below and type "I am an unstoppable soul," because you're about to unlock some profound teachings. For centuries, figures like Buddha, Jesus of Nazareth, Confucius, Krishna, and even the prophet Abraham have deeply influenced different parts of the world. These individuals from diverse times and cultures brought forth teachings that, when understood and practiced, have the power to transform lives. In fact, it was these teachings that shifted the course of my own life. When I first encountered them, I experienced a radical change. That's when I made it my mission to share this knowledge with others. Here's the thing. Once you fully grasp these teachings, you realize that this person, referred to by many as God in human form, a teacher, guide, or prophet, holds the key to much of the wisdom we seek. Let me clarify something. I'm not religious in the conventional sense. I respect all religions, but I don't follow any dogmatically. Whether you view this figure as God, a prophet, a Messiah, or simply a revolutionary leader, doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you recognize the significance of their message. Jesus of Nazareth, this man who has profoundly impacted humanity, didn't come to be worshipped or glorified. He didn't tell people to pray in his name or bow at his feet. In fact, he demonstrated humility, bowing at the feet of his disciples. That humility from someone regarded by many as the most important figure in history speaks volumes about the essence of his teaching. What's remarkable is that many of the teachings of Jesus that could lead to the most profound shifts in our lives aren't even included in the Bible as we know it today. But that doesn't mean these teachings weren't spoken by him. It simply means that at some point, someone decided to exclude these vital messages. I'm talking about the Gnostic Gospels, ancient text deemed too controversial by some, eventually destroyed by the church. But the mystery of these teachings didn't die. They were hidden away, only to be rediscovered much later. In fact, a shepherd in Italy stumbled upon ancient scrolls, perfectly preserved for over 2 millennia. These scrolls, found in sealed caves, contain the lost Gospels, teachings erased from history. One of these, the Lost Gospel of Thomas, stands out. It's often considered the closest to the true teachings of Jesus, particularly in how it addresses the mind's incredible power to create and manifest reality. This isn't just spiritual theory. It's directly related to the law of attraction and the law of assumption, concepts that, when understood, have the power to radically shift the way we experience life. The Lost Gospel of Thomas holds a message that I believe is one of the most transformative lessons Jesus ever shared. Imagine this. Jesus standing before a crowd centuries ago, imparting wisdom to people who could scarcely comprehend the magnitude of what he was teaching. Now think about how this lesson applies today. In 2025, it's more relevant than ever. Imagine applying this lesson right now at the start of the year with the intention to transform your life. I'm not asking you to take my word for it. I'm asking you to test it. Don't believe blindly, but try it and see for yourself what happens. If you're willing to test this teaching, I'd love for you to leave a comment below. Don't just accept it on faith. Test it and observe the changes in your life. I'm not asking for your belief, just your willingness to experiment and see for yourself. Let's dive into the essence of this teaching. The Lost Gospel of Thomas begins with a powerful statement: whoever understands these words will not taste death. But let's clarify this. He wasn't referring to physical death, because in the grand scheme, physical death isn't the end. Instead, Jesus was talking about a type of death many experience daily. It's the feeling of being stuck in a job, a relationship, a health condition, or simply the rut of routine. When your life is stagnant, when you're not growing, you begin to die in all the ways that truly matter. Think about it. You can be alive, walking, breathing, but still feel like you're not truly living. Many of us have felt this at some point. It's as if life has lost its spark and you're just going through the motions. But here's the good news: that doesn't have to be your reality. You don't have to live a life that feels like it's decaying from the inside. When you understand this teaching, you unlock the power to revitalize every part of your life, your relationships, health, finances, and sense of purpose. In the Lost Gospel of Thomas, Jesus says that understanding his teachings allows you to thrive, not just survive. And that brings us to the next powerful part of the teaching. This is where the message shatters old beliefs, dismantles limiting thoughts, and eradicates the negative ideas keeping us stuck in poverty, sickness, and fear. The verse I'm about to share has the potential to change everything. It has the power to alter the way you see yourself, the world, and the way you create your reality. Ready? Jesus said, "If those who lead you say, 'Look, the kingdom is in the sky,' then the birds will get there before you. If they say it is in the sea, then the fish will get there first. But the kingdom is inside you and outside you." This powerful verse warns us to be cautious about who we listen to and who we give authority in our lives. It cautions against blindly following others, whether it's the media, family, friends, or so-called experts, because their influence can mislead us from the truth of who we are. The truth is that the power to create, manifest, and change our lives lies within us. It's not out there in the sky or the sea or in anyone else's hands. It's inside you and all around you. The kingdom Jesus speaks of isn't a faraway place. It's a state of being, a way of thinking, and a consciousness you can access right now. When you allow external forces to control your reality, you give away your power without even realizing it. Think about it. If someone tells you that something outside of you will make you sick and you believe it, you're likely to get sick. If they say a recession is coming and you internalize it, you'll begin to feel its effects before it even arrives. If they claim that divorces are on the rise, you might start questioning your relationship. This is the core message from Jesus. Remove the power you give to outside influence. He encourages us to stop giving authority to things or people outside ourselves, and instead to look inward. The kingdom, he said, lies within you. This verse underscores a crucial truth. Many of our struggles, whether financial, health-related, or emotional, stem from giving away our power to external forces. We let the media, scientists, or even friends shape our reality, guiding us to think certain outcomes are inevitable, that some things are beyond our control. Fear, whether of illness, failure, or loss, begins to control us, and we end up living in fear. If you ever take a moment to look into someone's eyes, you'll see something alarming. Many aren't truly free. On the surface, they may seem calm, but underneath, their eyes reveal a different story. You'll see the sadness, the fear, and quiet desperation they carry. They're like animals on a farm, seemingly content on the outside, but inwardly bound by invisible chains. Over 2 millennia ago, Jesus warned about this. He told us not to follow those who say the kingdom of God is somewhere far away or outside us. In modern terms, this message holds true. People say this will make you sick, and people get sick. They say recession is coming and everyone starts feeling the financial squeeze. They say divorce rates are rising and relationships begin to falter. This is the modern version of Jesus' warning. External suggestions can shape your life if you allow them. Some may dismiss Jesus' teachings, claiming they're just part of ancient religion. But let's be clear, Jesus is without a doubt one of the greatest teachers to ever walk the earth. His wisdom transcends time, and his teachings are as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago. If this message resonates with you, I encourage you to help share it. The more people who understand this truth, the freer we all become. Now let's delve into the second part of Jesus' message. The kingdom is within you and outside you. This idea isn't new. It echoes the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, a revered Egyptian philosopher who wrote the Emerald Tablet over one timeless principle from the tablet: as above, so below; as below, so above; as within, so without. This mirrors what Jesus said, showing he wasn't just a solitary thinker. He was drawing from ancient wisdom passed down through generations. What does this mean? It means that your outer world, the reality you experience, is a direct reflection of your inner world. Your thoughts, beliefs, and mindset shape your life. Conversely, your outer world influences how you see yourself. It's a cycle, a constant feedback loop. However, Jesus gives us the key to break free. Don't give your power to what's outside of you. Focus on what's within. When you shift your inner world, your external circumstances will begin to align. You can feel the truth of this teaching simply by how it makes you feel. Right now in this moment, you know exactly what you're feeling. If you feel peace, excitement, or empowerment, you're tapping into something deep and real. Jesus said, "The truth will set you free." And these words hold the power to do just that. Let's continue with the next part of the message. It goes, when you come to know yourself, you will be known, and you will realize you are children of the living Father. Notice the emphasis on live. You're not children of a distant, dead God from the past. You're children of the living Father, a cosmic force that is always responding to your thoughts and emotions. This living Father is nature, the universe, the quantum field, constantly in motion, responding to the energy you send out. Buddha once said, "Everything we are is the result of what we have thought." Our thoughts, beliefs, and internal dialogue shape our lives. All your thoughts combine to create an average, and that average becomes your life. The more positive, hopeful, and empowered your thoughts, the more your life will reflect those qualities. Conversely, if you don't know yourself, you'll live in poverty in every sense, not just financially. This is a powerful statement. It means that if you don't recognize your creative power, you'll remain stuck in a life of struggle. Jesus teaches that the key is understanding your true nature. You're a creator, just like the living Father. The life you lead, your circumstances are all products of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. But most people live unconsciously unaware of their power, remaining trapped in lives of scarcity and unfulfilled potential. When you recognize your power as a creator, everything changes. You move from being a passive observer to an active participant. You stop being a victim and start shaping your reality with intention. This shift, this awakening, is what sets you free. It transforms you from a creation to a creator, from a victim to a powerful, free individual. This, my friends, is the most powerful truth I've ever encountered. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below. Let me know if this teaching resonates with you, and if you're ready to apply it to your own life, because when you do, everything will change.